Ladies and gentlemen, it's so great to be here with you. We are starting off with our small business group, and I want to give you a little bit of an update on who we are. Glazer Financial is a company that was started about 34, 35 years ago. Myself, of course, I know you wouldn't believe me if I said I was 40, but anyway, we have been doing accounting, tax, property and casualty insurance, and other tax planning situations. And this group, what we want to do is tell you how you can contact us, what you can do, and who we are. Currently, we really are quite large. We have about 5,000 clients and are continually growing. We have offices in San Antonio and Dallas. In Dallas, we have 32 employees. In San Antonio, there are only 2, but they are a big part of what we do and how we do it. I just wanted to tell everybody that we really are in the planning business. We do tax returns, we do estate planning, we do property and casualty insurance, we do health insurance, we do investments, and everything else to do with creating more net worth. Myself, I've had about 60 years of experience, and that experience has gone a long way. I know I look 30, but I'm a little older than that. And the key is, of course, I think everybody needs to do planning. With life the way it is, things are changing faster than we can even think. I heard today that the new budget that our current politicians and president have created is going to even tax us on money that we haven't earned, but is owed to us. So if you bought a stock and you have profit in that stock, you're going to be taxed on that stock, on the profit on that stock. So you don't have to cash it in. They're just going to take the money from you ahead of time. So that's why I really think that life is complicated. Tax planning is a very complicated situation now, because here you are, now we're going to have to pay tax before we even really take the cash. So if you have an estate, if you have a farm, and you have an estate or a business, and you have profit that you haven't picked up because maybe you're on the accrual basis or whatever, or you bought a stock for $20, which is now worth $1,000, you're going to have to pay tax on that accumulated earnings, even though you haven't gotten the cash. So what Glazer Financial was set up to do is to create more net worth, which I'm sort of contradicting myself, because here I am creating net worth that's going to get taxed before you take it. So we're going to have to come up with thought process of how to defer that income so we don't have to pay tax until we get the money, because that's really sort of criminal. So if you own a farm, in the old days, you could pass that farm on to your children. And because the state tax is now, I think it's 11 million is excluded from estate tax. I don't know how they're going to handle it, but I'm sure they're going to come up with some fantastic idea how they're going to be able to get the tax on that money, that value that you've accumulated over all these years. So our ranch, I think my father-in-law paid $1 an acre, $1 an acre. And we thought we were doing really good. When my father-in-law passed away, we sold that ranch land for about $1,000 an acre. Today, that same land is being sold for $50,000 an acre, and maybe even more. So planning is going to become very complicated, and estate planning is going to become very complicated. One reason is because when we get this new style people involved in the government who think that that our petroleum manufacturing or production is going to create bad things for all of us, it's really sort of sad. Here we are paying $4 to $7 a gallon for gasoline. And there's so many other products that come off of the gasoline, and they're worried about what's going to happen in 50 years, that the earth is going to get warmer or something, which is proven not to be necessarily true. But we don't know, and that's why the way they're taxing us, they're going to take our money before we even really earn it. And when I may say earn, I mean when you get that $50 in your pocket. So next thing you know, they'll be taking, when you sign up to go to work for someone, they'll probably be talking about that you got to immediately start to give 20 cents on the dollar to them, to the government. I don't think it'll ever happen, but the seminar that I'm going to be doing in the near future, and for this group also, is tax planning in a period of constant change. Here we had the Republicans come in, and we had a situation with the oil and gas where we became energy efficient. And today we're not anywhere close to energy efficient, and we're buying oil from people who are our enemies. So I don't want to get into politics, but that to me is very difficult for any of us to create net worth. And that's my job, is that how can I help you create more net worth? How can we do good planning? How can we create a situation where we can tell you, okay, do 1, do 2, do 3, and your money will be safe. We don't know that if that could happen. In fact, I know some of the things I'm hearing, I think it's absolutely idiotic what they're planning to do. So when we have a small business, it's very difficult. Here we had the pandemic, and all of us, including my firm, 1, we couldn't hire employees, and 2, our income was curtailed. Now we're so good, I can honestly say that we have ended up bringing in about 1,000 new clients in the last 3-4 months since the pandemic let up. So when you think about that is pretty good production. My people are all pretty well trained. We have CPAs, we have people with their enrolled agent designation. So we have plenty of people to deal with the tax implications when they come up. And we have done a great job in saving the money, even if we get audited. So I'm sure we will come up with ideas of how to proceed under this new scenario. And I must say, we've got to really think before you vote. Think about what people are saying, because all of the issues that they're talking about could be disastrous for our accumulation of net worth. And that's my job, including for my own family. I don't want to develop a good business and have profit and just start to make money and then find out we got to give 25 or 30% of it away before we even collect the money. That to me is idiotic as an accountant and as a planner. Anyway, so I hope everybody will follow through. My gentleman in San Antonio, Rafael Montalvo and Michael Sterwich, are working there. They're going to be sending out articles that we have created. So there's a lot of good information, and I'm going to try to get them to send out an inventory of the articles. So if you see something you want information on, if you'd please contact them, and of course that information will be on the program, so you'll be able to know who to call or who to email in order to get any articles that you might feel is instrumental in your own company. Anyway, I just want to say that we're looking forward to working with you. We're looking forward to creating more net worth for all of you. And hopefully you can understand where it's all coming from and think it through. And of course, if you have ideas, I sure as heck personally would like to know, because some people come up with things. We have lawyers and whatever that we work with. And I welcome anybody else's ideas about what to do or what they've heard or what their attorneys had told them to do. Because that's how I got started. I do something I call uh, family limited partnerships, which has been a tremendous help for people, especially people with land and businesses, where we can save a considerable amount of money and protect our assets. Because that's the other thing, people are stealing money, including mine. I got hacked myself. I had 4 credit cards that got hit, and I got 3 bank accounts that got hit. Now, you ask, well, how did they get my information? But they had stuff that I couldn't believe that they knew about me. So, I'm out there. I talk to a lot of people. I email a lot of people. So all of our information is on the computer. So we got to be very careful with that also. And we'll be discussing all these different items and thought processes in order to help you. I'm going to say that probably you can read and study yourself, and that's good. But the real key is to listen to our podcast is first thing. Second thing is, if you need help, call and we can assign someone to work with you. One, to either do the tax returns or to help you plan for what you want to do. And that's very key, very, very key. We're sitting, unfortunately, we are doing such a good job. We are really very backed up. So if you have tax issues or you need a return done, call us. Let's get it going right now. We don't have time to dilly-dally around, as we'd say. You can't procrastinate. We need to look at it, make a plan. We're finding a lot of errors on previous prepared tax returns, and that's the other thing we do. We tend to review at least 3 years tax returns, balance sheets, and whatever. And if we find errors, then we can amend the return if it's within 3 years. And then we start to do the planning. Okay, what do we do now going forward? If that was wrong, what do we do? And we're very, very good at that. My people are extremely intelligent. And we all spend a lot of time talking about this planning scenario. Anyway, I hope I haven't overshot my thought process here, but the key is, if you have a question, please give us a call. We don't bill for if you call us and ask a question. So we have plenty of people that can answer the question. You can call Raphael at 214-534-0781. You can call me at 469-358-2818, or you can call the office 972-385-0007. Although I must say that it'd probably be better to call Raphael or myself, and we will get someone to work with you. Anyway, with all that being said, let's move forward, and hopefully, we're going to have a better year, and we're going to be over this pandemic stuff, and we're going to be over the war in Russia and whatever, because this is really killing the economy. Anyway, please give me a call, 469-358-2818, and we will get you to someone to work with you. Talk to you soon.